rolling.
Joffer's asking me what's wrong with me. I was drinking too many.
What the hell is wrong with you? It was like that.
Yeah. I was drinking too many cups of coffee. I was drinking like 4 cups of coffee a day, and my eye kept twitching, like uncontrollably.
Yeah.
For like nonstop. For like, I was like Googling, why is my eye twitching?
Yeah.
While like siphoning. Like,
it's like a Bugs Bunny, dude. That's like what they do cartoon characters when they're tweaking out.
Literally
Their eye
happening.
twitches.
I was like, oh God, is this some fucking brain shit? What the fuck? What's going on?
Yeah.
I Googled, it was like, it's probably stress. I was like, and the thing is, I'm like, I don't feel stressed. I feel fine.
Yeah.
I feel regular.
I don't process stress mentally. Why could my eye be twitching?
No, but really what it was I wake up, as soon as I wake up, I go get a coffee. Before I even walk to the train station, I drink the coffee on the way to work, and then when I get to work, I make a new cup of coffee. And then once I finish that cup of coffee, which is around like 12:30, I make another cup of coffee.
Yeah, that's a lot of coffee.
And I do that continuously for months.
I didn't know this about you.
It is, I mean, I'm drinking decaf.
Yeah.
I'm always on and off with coffee.
You're drinking the NA coffee?
Yeah, the fucking CBD coffee.
Yeah.
Shit does not hit. I'm just drinking a latte. I'm just drinking fucking literal chocolate milk right now.
Yeah.
Literal chocolate milk with a little bit of dirt.
So you're just starting a new addiction. Your chocolate milk addiction.
No, I can't drink this either.
Yeah.
But folks, pay attention to your body, because I was like, I can't, like, I'm telling you, it was miserable. I could not keep, when we were at the Knicks party, I was like, this is so much fun. If only my eye wasn't trying to fucking, had my eyelids have my eyeball in a full Nelson. And I'm like, stop, please. And,
I've gotten that. I've gotten to where, like, I will be so stressed out at work that my eye will start twitching. That was when I was teaching. I was like, I hope my kids can see how terrifying I look right now.
The body does keep the score, folks.
Yeah.
This is really...
I'm pretty sure that's what that book was about. It's about you drinking coffee.
There's a whole chapter.
Yeah. And me being stressed out at the job I chose to perform. That's what that book is about.
But, yeah, so we're on decaf, baby. So if your boy's a little lethargic, look,
don't get mad. Be proud of him. Yeah. He's on the right path, finally.
We're on our healing journey, and I want you guys to respect that as an audience. And this podcast is changing a little.
Now you're tapping into your other Ashton Womack alter ego. The white girl YouTuber Ashton Womack. This is what I imagine her page is like. No offense, lady.
I've seen so many like weird ass horror movies this week between Obsession and Backrooms and all types of shit.
Yeah.
I'm almost like, damn, what if when I go to sleep, that's who I am? Like I just flip into another reality.
Yeah.
I'm just
that could be the new Jordan Peele. That is scary. I'm scared.
What if that is like my eldritch horror?
It's like cosmic. No. What happens is that you don't realize it's a full moon tonight, and you're out with me, and you see yourself changing. You have to run to the bathroom. Can't let anyone catch you in your new.
Oh no! I'm becoming a werewhite.
Yeah.
No. Well, we'll have to test that theory. That'd be crazy if I transform into a white woman and immediately get a more successful YouTube thing. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta learn. It's like what's that one movie that just came out? Not just came out. It came out last year with the white lady. She took the medicine and then she became younger again. Her younger self would take control. You didn't see that movie?
Quincy, do you know what he's talking about? The Substance.
The Substance.
Yeah.
I'm taking white girl substance.
Yeah.
I'm literally coming out a fresher white woman.
Yeah.
I was just happy for her YouTube numbers. That's all.
All your trauma goes away. You're happier. It's actually the better version of you. You're like more polite.
More emotionally regulated.
We discover your horrible secret. We're like, Ashton, we actually prefer this version of you.
This is what Joffrey says 2 days after Juneteenth. This is Joffrey. Now that Juneteenth's over, I can finally say it. I would rather you be white.
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting. Counting down the days.
You know what? We're keeping this in.
Yeah. Ashton, why can't you be more of a white woman for me?
Oh, my God. you know what?
Hmm.
The more money I get,
Yeah. Yeah.
that should be.
Transformation happens one way or the other.
Trust me, if I get more money, I
Yeah,
kind of
no, you already Uber everywhere you go.
Well, I don't want to walk.
You already refuse to take the train.
Oh my God, bro! Last night,
Yeah.
you fucking traumatized me.
Me?
Yes, just now. You refused to take the train. Last night, I had 4 spots last night, and my phone broke at the first spot. Like my
Whoa.
phone, and my spots were Manhattan, Upper West Side, Bushwick, Tiny Cupboard, Sesh, Manhattan, and then back to Bushwick Comedy Club at 10
Damn,
p.m.
back and forth.
Literally, and my phone blanks out right at 6:45. Like I make it to the Upper West Side show, and then it just blanks out. I had to write down.
Yeah, dude. You're like a pioneer going out west, dude. You gotta figure out a map, draw it out.
I did. I literally was going up. I was in fucking.
You're gonna fucking die of dysentery trying to get to your spots with no phone, dude.
I was on Canal Street running like fucking what's that? Damn, this is terrible. I was just running like a.
Sure, no, I get it. And you know what? White girl couldn't do that.
No.
You survived.
No, the white girl could have did this. I was doing crazy shit. I was walking up to people being like, "Can I use your phone for directions?"
Yeah. Sir, I don't have any money. Sir, sorry, I don't have any change. I don't have any change.
Surprisingly, everyone was like, "Yeah, well, where do you need to go?" I was like, "Oh, normally people would be like, you're about to steal my phone."
Yeah.
But I was like, "Wow, I must be presenting as a healthy person," because people
Yeah.
are like, "Yeah, where do you work? 55 Christie? Oh, that's right over." Multiple people helped me. I was sweating. I looked crazy, but I didn't have no phone for which this is like, it's so crazy how much the modern man cannot handle just reality. Because everybody I tell this to, they're like, you just was out raw dogging reality? Like, just, and that 4 hours, I was like, I felt it. I felt Mr. Krabs meat, bro.
Yeah, you were losing it.
I could hear all the noises.
Yeah.
At one point, I was in I know we got to start the podcast, but I was in Bowery train station. I don't know if you've ever. It's like a crackhead Narnia. It's like if you open, once those doors open, it feels like you've been transported to like a realm of needles.
But now you got to experience it presently, and you were like, "Wow, it's actually so beautiful."
The worst place you could be.
The smell of burning aluminum is actually quite profound.
Man having fever dreams in the back, just fighting, just shadow boxing his subconscious.
Yeah, and like, losing. Getting fucked up by his thoughts.
And it's like the Bowery train station, so it was 20 minutes between trains. It was like, the M train will be here in 20 minutes, nigga. Enjoy. Like, no. Help me!
Damn.
Now that's a layer in the back room. That's where they should have went.
Yeah.
But no, that's.
Well, I'm proud of you. You made all 4 spots.
And bro, as soon as I got to the 4th spot, as soon as I got back to Bushwick Comedy Club, I'm like notes, doing everything, asking comics for all this stuff. I make it to Bushwick Comedy Club, do my spot, I sit down, my phone comes on.
Wow.
I was
beautiful. Like, happy ending.
Fairy
tale ending.
Didn't know if I wanted to be upset or happy that I had my phone again. I was like, bitch.
Yeah.
This has been a nightmare.
That was like, it's almost like a Sex in the City episode.
It was. It did feel like a mini. Like it did. Like it was like, oh my! It happened right at 6:45 for my first spot. I was like, you are kidding. Like it shit got real. It was like, I can't cancel. I can't message people being like, hey, I'm gonna be late. I just have to go.
Yeah.
But we made it. It was like a
congrats.
You know, honestly, that's a real comedy night. I had a real ass cut, and all my sets fire. Walk on stage.
I don't care about that.
Right, okay, well.
That we don't know. We actually, we try to we try not to spread misinformation on this podcast. We actually don't have any evidence of this. We're taking Ashton's word for it, so that's kind of up to you to decide. Yeah,
ask them.
I will
go back in time.
I will
walk outside when the show's over. And see if they'd be like, dude, that sweaty black guy. He might have smelled a little. Yeah. He had a little reek on him.
Yeah. We laughed because we were scared.
No, when I say he stunk, I mean that like literally. Like, no, he was good.
Yeah.
But he stunk.
Yeah.
All right, let's start this goddamn podcast.
All right, let's start the show. All right.
Copyright.
Let's start our little podcast about what the
Big
police
podcast.
did this week here in America, starting with our headline roundup. First, we got ICE cops left a severely unwell migrant at a bus stop where she died of hypothermia. The death was just ruled a homicide. R.I.P. Daffy Michael.
Cop in Prescott, Arizona is found guilty of manslaughter for fatally shooting an unarmed man. R.I.P. Daniel Leslie.
Jail cop in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma is found guilty of deliberately ignoring a dying inmate. R.I.P. Kayla Turley.
Cop in Claremont County, Ohio is arrested for child sex crimes.
Cop in Gallatin, Tennessee is arrested for child sex crimes.
Cop in East Baton Rouge, Louisiana is indicted for child sex crimes.
Cop in Tampa, Florida is arrested for child sex crimes.
Cop in Gloucester Township, New Jersey is arrested for production of child sex abuse material.
Wait, you skipped
sorry.
two.
I'm sorry. Jail cop in Napa County, California is convicted of child sex crimes.
Okay. Should we just start over?
Damn it.
'Cause we just did it. We just get to start again from the headline
Okay,
round.
all right, go ahead.
All right, Andrea, starting over. Sorry about that. All right, let's start our podcast about the cops. Here's our headline roundup. Here's what the cops did to us in America last week. ICE cops left a severely unwell migrant at a bus stop where she died of hypothermia. The death was just ruled a homicide. R.I.P. Daffy Michael.
Cop in Prescott, Arizona is found guilty of manslaughter for fatally shooting an unarmed man. R.I.P. Daniel Leslie.
Jail cop in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma is found guilty of deliberately ignoring a dying inmate. R.I.P. Kayla Turley.
Cop in Claremont County, Ohio is arrested for child sex crimes.
Cop in Gallatin, Tennessee is arrested for child sex crimes.
Cop in East Baton Rouge, Louisiana is indicted for child sex crimes.
Cop in Tampa, Florida is arrested for child sex crimes.
Jail cop in Napa County, California is convicted of child sex crimes.
Cop in Ulster County, New York pleads guilty to child sex crimes.
Cop in Gloucester Township, New Jersey is arrested for production of child sex abuse material.
Cop in Lorain County, Ohio is facing charges for performing an illegal cavity search on an inmate who was already on suicide watch.
Cop in Parma, Ohio is on paid administrative leave after body camera footage is released of him slamming a 13-year-old boy's head into a brick wall and then dragging his face across the surface.
Cops in Mills Creek, Washington are facing a lawsuit after pulling in front of a 13-year-old boy on a mini bike, deliberately causing a collision, and then handcuffing him while he was lying on the ground bleeding.
Cop in Brooklyn, New York hit a cyclist with his car.
Cop in Riverside County, California is charged with flashing his gun at a woman while off duty.
Cop in Newcastle, Wyoming is charged with threatening a woman with a knife.
Cop in LA shoots and kills a pet dog as the family was celebrating the Knicks championship.
Cop in Columbus, Ohio is arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in Boulder, Colorado is arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in New York City is fired after being arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in Hanover, New Jersey resigns after being arrested for domestic violence.
And cop in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma fires his gun at the wrong suspect after a road rage call.
Damn.
What are some fucking headlines, gang?
Yeah.
What kind of Dragon Ball Z ass move did this cop pull on his 13-year-old kid? Slammed his head in the wall, and then that's like what you see Frieza do to Vegeta in like Dragon Ball Z. That's like some crazed psychopath.
Yeah.
And what happened to the other kid?
He was riding on a mini bike and they pulled up in front of him to stop him. Like so they deliberately hit the hood, started flying.
Well, that's funny. I'm just kidding. That's horrible.
Yeah, and I believe there was also an issue there with the kid. This one I need to double check, so don't quote me on this. But I believe the 13-year-old boy who they made crash was a black boy, and he was riding mini bikes with a white friend, and they did not do the same thing to the white kid.
That is an insane.
Coincidentally.
Yeah. They brought him Burger King. And for you, sir.
Yeah.
And we have a gift. That is insane.
Yeah, never get used to these headline roundups.
Because that's because these niggas they go out. I figured like we're not gonna get used to it because I think they go out each week. They also read these headlines and like, I could top that.
Yeah.
Every week, we're just trying to stay. We perfect our craft, and we want to we don't want to keep things the same. We don't want to keep things, people be predictable. You want to keep people guessing, and that's
a good punchline is a breach of expectations.
Yes, and they are certainly
breaching
constantly. Honestly,
they're breaching like whales out here, bro.
These are the dog, fucking George Carlin of fucking. No, not even like George Carlin. Fucking Tosh ass. These niggas.
They're like you said Daniel Tosh. Yeah, they're out here like Tosh.0, going crazy. Going crazy out here.
Subverting my expectations.
Yeah. You know.
Damn.
It's crazy that.
Damn. Drag that. I just need the emphasis because, like, I watch too much anime.
Yeah.
So, like, all I'm seeing is just, like, the fucking, like, fucking anime-ass action happening. You slammed a kid's face on a wall and then dragged it. A 13-year-old. Sorry, that's.
Yep.
I don't read the headlines beforehand, as you can see. It's,
every damn week.
It's
no, not that. I was complaining every damn week. Ashton doesn't read the dog. Every week, the cops doing violence.
I'm like,
that's funny. That was my takeaway. Every fucking week with this shit.
I only write
Ashton.
them to see if you read them. Really? I could just not do this.
But we got some stories to discuss in more detail. But before we go into that, we're going to plug our Patreon, if that's okay.
Yay! Watch our Patreon, because we got 5 stars, $5 a month, and, you know, we're good people. We have fun. You hear fun things. You hear secrets. But on our Patreon, we're going to be talking about license plate reader cameras, AI, and the war against Iran. Ooh, those are some newsy topics. Sure, we'll have some great perspectives on it.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see.
I'm confident.
Yeah.
I've been reading articles.
I can't tell the future, so I don't know what our commentary, if it's going to be good or what. But hopefully it'll be good. You know, hopefully it'll be worth $5 a month. I mean, come on. It's barely anything. Anyhoozle, we got just one update for y'all this week. It's on a recent story. We covered a tragic story, an infuriating story in Louisville, Kentucky. We're talking about the cop who fatally shot a naked man. I believe it was his sister. Well, that's correct, right, Ashton? Who called 911. Her brother was clearly having a mental health emergency, a mental breakdown. And somehow the cop who shows up thinks, what I should do right now is shoot this helpless, naked man to death. He was immediately fired. But the update is that a grand jury, they did not vote to indict him for murder charges, which is not surprising. It's very hard to get a cop charged with murder, even if it is this absurd. But he did get charged, or he did get indicted for second-degree manslaughter and reckless homicide. So that means he's facing up to 10 years on one charge, up to 5 on the other. So we'll keep updating y'all on this. Hopefully, you know, the family can get some semblance of justice or accountability. And the man's name is Martin Nitskin Jr. So rest in peace to Martin Nitskin Jr.
Yeah. I like when it's such an obvious crime and that the police chief who fired him was like, no, we're firing him. Totally doesn't have anything to do with, that. We're just firing him. So, that doesn't weigh on, like, if he's guilty. We don't think he's guilty, but we are just firing him. And it's just like, nigga, just speak on it. Be like, I mean, I guess they can't because of, like, legal reasons. But, I mean, something so if the mayor can be like, yo, this is fucking illegal. Defense attorneys were like, this is, like, illegal. What the hell? This is an obvious murder. It's just funny that the mayor, the police chief was like, we're not firing him because of that. It makes you look stupid.
Yeah.
It makes you look dumb as hell. And the only week later fact of them being like, yeah, he's like being charged for this shit. So
yeah. I think he was just saying that we fired him. This is not a criminal proceeding yet. But now we got it. Now we got the grand jury indictment. But moving on to today's stories, or this week's, I should say. We're going first back to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Why did I say back to Grand Rapids, Michigan? Well, couple weeks we had a story. I think we ended our podcast with this story. Sometimes I like to end with the kind of stupid, pointless stories, so we can end on a little bit of a lighter note. It's nice to end on a lighter note sometimes. And it was a story from Grand Rapids about a cop who robbed a Pokemon card store.
Yeah, a card store that had Pokemon.
Card store. Very funny stuff. So, what is our story today? The Grand Rapids Police Department officer broke into second card shop in Hudsonville.
I got a problem.
Yeah.
I just can't stop breaking into Pokemon cards.
Yeah, dude. Second nerd store has been hit.
Who is this Team Rocket ass nigga?
Yeah.
This nigga is a real villain.
Yeah, he is.
He's like, I'm pretty sure this is like a Pokemon trainer you would fucking fight in Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's like a thief who's like I'm stealing Pokemon cards.
Yeah, it's such a classic criminal, like whenever we hear reports about crime, like in the sort of Batman way of crime, the streets are infested with
people are stealing
evil criminals. And, it's stuff like this. They're like robbing stores of the same genre back to back. It's shit like this.
This is why capitalism is fucking horrible, because it's just like a cute kid's card game is now fucking inundated with just like financially desperate.
Yeah, I mean, this is the type of thing where I don't even know if this is capitalism. Like, it's pretty. This guy clearly is a fan of these cards.
But Pokemon, no, you have it backwards.
Okay.
Pokemon right now is a massive, it's a huge economy. People are unboxing and pulling. There was a video of a guy.
Which this isn't Pokemon, by the way. I ended up being surprised as well. We both assumed he was a Pokemon guy. No, it's like sports cards. Ash is like, all right, I don't relate to that shit at all.
All right, now.
Never mind. It's not about capitalism. This guy's pure evil. This guy is the devil. This is Satan that we're talking about.
No, there is a large market for cards.
Yes, of course.
There's it's
and it's almost. And look, I'm not encouraging anyone to do anything. I would never. I'll just say this. Seems like a smart way to steal, in terms of the size of the thing you're stealing, the value, the weight. Mm-hmm. Seems like a very convenient thing to get away with stealing, as opposed to jewels or things that are heavy and weighty.
He conducted it in the same manner as a jewel heist, because he came with a bag and a crowbar and just started taking big ass booster packs and shit. He was grabbing whatever cards he could see. For value wise and size, you are correct. This one card is worth $15,000, and he's stealing boxes that could potentially have cards that are worth $10,000 or whatever, however much money. You're right about that, but you
think he's got a YouTube account? You think he's unboxing? He's got to take the ski mask off. Guys, I'm so excited for my latest haul.
And 50,000 subscribers, I will unmask.
All right, we gotta move a little quickly on this one.
This rare Charizard.
So, but yeah, funniest thing about this guy is that he is a police officer. So let's go into this article. Reading here from Wood TV, a former Grand Rapids Police Department officer who was already charged with stealing thousands of dollars of merchandise from a West Michigan collectible store in May, allegedly broke into another local shop earlier in the spring, court records show. So it's not that he's broken into a new one. It's that we are just now learning that apparently this string of burglaries was done by this one guy,
and
this
the
one
fact
cop.
That he's already been caught and he's still going. This guy's he's in a market. This nigga is in a movie. He's he's working in an underground market. This
could be a cool movie.
I mean, Ocean's fucking
Ocean's 11.
The dorkiest Ocean's fucking 11. No, but I just It's funny that this is the second time.
It's funny that like Ocean's 11 was all about like assembling a team of specialists. Like for my muscle, I got crowbar. For the brains, I got me.
No, this is I can't like I'm trying to figure out why he has to be addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
Why would you do this twice?
Yeah.
Why would you're on probation? This is like a
remember that's what we learned from the last time is that after he robbed the store, he crashed his car. I mean, that's pretty much all I need.
Yo, this dude's brain, he's on the loose.
Yeah.
He's just fucking. He is unraveling. He's gotten to the point where he's like, well, what if I steal?
Yeah.
He gets his summons to court. I'm going to jail for breaking into a Pokemon shop. How am I going to pay for this?
This man is wilding out. No Nick Cannon.
Yeah. No.
Let's go back. Brian Casey, 40, now faces additional felony counts of breaking and entering into a building with intent and larceny in a building out of Ottawa County, according to court documents obtained by News 8. The charges date back to around 11 p.m. March 25th at Playmakers Collectibles in Hudsonville. Quote, the cards that he had taken were approximately $15,000 in value. Derek Doty, the owner of Playmakers Collectibles, told News 8. It was very jarring to see what happened. It was every store owner's worst nightmare. The second break-in happened nearly 2 months later. On the afternoon of May 24th, Grand Rapids police responded to Johnny Ford's sports cards and memorabilia in Grand Rapids. Court documents show that Casey was identified wearing the same yellow leather gloves from the previous burglary, along with the same maroon shoes with white soles. He was described as operating in a manner of the same incident as the break-in at Playmakers in the court documents. And I imagine what they mean by operating in the same manner is taking a crowbar and bashing it and stealing all the merchandise without paying.
Yeah. He was wearing, I was looking at the surveillance footage and it was like, he was dressed, everything was covered but his eyes, but it's like there's one guy in this area breaking into Pokemon shops. Brian, whatever you're fucking, we know it's you.
Yeah.
We know it's you. It's literally the exact same build. You're wearing the exact same outfit from the last.
You crashed your car into a tree across the street.
You keep hanging out at playgrounds being like, kid, how much for this Blastoise? How much you willing to take? You can't sell. I can't sell these. I got to find a black market for a black market for Pokeball cards.
So yeah, I'll just read right here a little excerpt of what he stole, and then we can move on. Items from Playmakers break-in that were seized at Casey's home include a 2025 National Treasures baseball card valued at $995, a National Treasures 2025 college football box valued at $945, several cards from a 75th anniversary Topps 2026 box, and baseball cards from a 1993 Topps Series 2 wax box, which was valued at $60. A National Treasures NFL box valued at $2,400 was also recovered. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. He's like a sports card guy, I never understood that at all. I to this day don't really understand what a sports card is.
I think that's what they had before Game Boys. They just had to like trade.
They're just like collectibles.
Yeah.
Damn, what a genius way to make money.
Here's a picture of a little.
Yeah.
These are my sports cards.
They're like, guys, I have a great idea. You know how we live in such boring times with no video games or anything? What if we capitalize on that and sell children pieces of paper?
This is what Madden and NBA 2K was before NBA 2K. Boring ass baseball cards.
Yeah.
Mommy, can I get a bag of Cracker Jacks? I want to get fucking whatever.
Yeah. And so shout out this cop for unplugging. Right, for getting off the digital grid and coming back into real life, just like you running around the city begging for strangers to help you get to your new spot without a phone. So is this guy.
I just think this is next level bullying. He's like, "Shut up, nerds! Give me your cards." He's going to a card shop, breaking into shit. Give me this shit. Shut up! Like it's.
He's like, "I'm a business owner." Shut up, nerd business owner.
Stupid Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Fucking dumbass nerd.
Yeah. Support your nerd family now.
No, oh my God. Yeah, I feel bad. I do think that there is an issue with fucking the big resellers market in the card game, because I remember playing Yu-Gi-Oh and all the card shit, and it was just impossible. If you were poor, you cannot play the card games. It is like if you want the good,
So you're kind of on the cop side.
Well,
yeah, you're like, there's a primary market, there's a secondary market, but there's also a tertiary market if you think about it.
Have I stolen cards before?
You have. Loyal Patreon subscribers know this story. Damn, you are this cop. Wait, is Ashton this cop? Where were you on March 25th, 2025?
I've learned my lesson. But maybe he will learn his lesson when somebody comes to steal his cards that he's stolen.
Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then he won't get to be the coolest kid in school anymore with the undefeated Yu-Gi-Oh deck. This was Ashton. This is Ashton's childhood. This is
unearned,
his story.
Unearned. It was unearned glory. And now we do things respectfully and ethically, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
But unfortunately, speaking of respect and ethics, fortunately we have a podcast about the police. So a lot of these stories do not contain that. So we're moving to this next story, which at this point, most listeners, I'm sure, have heard of. So we got to talk about it, and we're going to talk about it now. Ashton?
Coming from Senatoba, Mississippi, via Mississippi Free Press, Mississippi police officer shoots and kills 1-year-old child in response to a Senatoba shoplifting call. Mississippi police officer shot 1-year-old Kohen Wiley while responding to a shoplifting call on Sunday, killing him and critically wounding an adult. The June 14th shooting involved officers from the Senatoba Police Department and the Tate County Sheriff Department. The officer shot Wiley while he was inside a silver sedan in the parking lot of a Walmart. The Mississippi Department of Public Safety released a statement on June 14th alleging that the shooting happened in response to one of two subjects driving in the directions of officers, which I don't know if we remember what happened in Minnesota, but that's like the main excuse they love to use.
Renee Good.
Renee Good. That's the main. It's like almost policy. Step in front of a car so you can activate lethal force and be justified for using lethal force.
Yes, and another story we've covered on this podcast, Takia Young. If you remember, this was coming out of Columbus, Ohio. This was a pregnant woman. And similarly, I think she was accused of shoplifting a liquor bottle. Mm-hmm. Similar circumstances, accused of shoplifting, gets in her car, doesn't want to talk to the police, and so she starts driving away. Now, this is a string of acts that obviously you shouldn't do, even if we do assume she did shoplift that liquor bottle. But none of these instances warrant a death sentence. But Takia Young was shot and killed. Her unborn child was killed while she was trying to. Me and Ashton watched the video a lot. We both agreed that it did not look like she was trying to ram into the police officer. Yeah. But it was enough for a jury in the state to acquit the killer of Takia Young. So he got off with no charges. Mm-hmm. Seems like, obviously, the Trump administration is doing everything they can to get the killer of Renee Good to not face any consequences as well.
No. A clip of cell phone video obtained by Fox 13 Memphis shows a car driving away from officers, but it does not appear to show the shooting itself. A photo of the car shows multiple bullet holes in the windshield, including a bullet hole on the passenger side of the front windshield. Notably, the DPS statement appears to acknowledge that police witnessed the presence of Kohen Wiley prior to the individuals entering the vehicle and before the officers discharged a weapon. So they knew a 1-year-old baby was in the car.
Yeah.
The officer has not been identified. Law enforcement officers responded to a shoplifting call at Walmart on US 51. Upon arrival, officers encountered two subjects and a juvenile child fleeing from the store into a vehicle. Officers attempted to stop the vehicle, but the vehicle drove in the direction of the officer, almost striking one, the statement read in part. An officer then discharged a weapon and their vehicle fled the scene. The subjects arrived at a local hospital where one juvenile child in the vehicle was pronounced deceased and another subject had critical injuries. No law enforcement officers received any serious physical injury.
So yeah, there's obviously this is an insane tragedy. Kohen Wiley, 1-year-old boy, is now dead off of alleged theft of diapers.
Yeah.
There's just no way to wrap your head around that, where one thing should lead to the other. So there's a couple questions. So the first question, which is not as relevant, is did they steal the diapers? Because the victims here are saying that they didn't even do that. Like, you should never kill anyone for shoplifting anything, but they're saying they said you look at the camera. They're saying release the surveillance footage. You will see we went to the self-checkout and we paid The second more important question is was she trying to drive at the cops? Now, I don't know about you, Ashley, but for me, I would still say, even if she was doing that, which I highly doubt, but even if she was, if they know there's a baby in there, why would you still open fire multiple rounds? So we are going to address these two questions, but I just want to make it clear that I don't think they're even that relevant as the news is making it out to be.
We're talking about fucking diapers here.
Yeah,
literally diapers. Like, you would think these people are stole nuclear secrets.
Yeah,
but it's diapers in Walmart. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here. The cops got called for fucking diapers, and it's like, you would think America. It's funny because like America's such a third world country. The image that like. If from American perspective, the archetypical third world country, we'll see like, oh man, you cut their hand off for stealing an apple, and like that's what like a third world country is. Meanwhile, you come over here and we will shoot your baby if you steal diapers.
Damn.
So it's like we are fucking. I don't know. We're just But
the only footage we have so far is not body cam footage, not surveillance footage. So that's what the lawyers and the families are saying to release. We probably won't get the body camera footage soon. Maybe the surveillance footage, I don't know. But what we do got is cell phone footage from a witness. In that footage, it does not look like she's trying to ram into the cops or that the cops are in front of the car. But like this article said, this apparently was more of the aftermath of the shooting than what led up to the shooting itself. So it seems like right now we don't have any footage. So it's kind of this family's word against the cops. But as we've already reiterated, regardless, I cannot fathom any reason to open fire on a car that has a baby inside of it.
I can't
even if the car is trying to run you over.
I don't have if there's for stealing, just the principle of like, why are you shooting at people who are stealing? Catch them. Use detective skills. Why are you taking life because somebody took products like that? That premise, I was like, that's the first thing I can't even get past. And now it's only added times 1,000, times 1,000,000 that there's a fucking baby in the back seat, and it's like, Jesus Christ, yeah. But
this town, Senatobia, Mississippi, 8,000 people, very small town. It's apparently like just 30 minutes south of Memphis.
Yeah, I know. I saw a bunch of coverage from Memphis.
Yeah. So it seems like more of a suburb of Memphis to try to accurately understand like where this took place. But they have had issues. So I looked up the demographics. It's like 50% white, 40% black. So 40% black, sizable black population of this southern suburban town outside of Memphis. But they have had issues with their police recently. Some of y'all may remember, this went a little bit viral. There was a 10-year-old boy who was handcuffed by police, a 10-year-old little black boy. And the reason why he was handcuffed was for urinating in a parking lot. And that went viral because, I mean, that's insane. who is handcuffing a 10-year-old boy for anything, let alone urinating in a parking lot. I remember this story coming out of Mississippi. Turns out it was this town, Senatobia, Mississippi. Also, there was another incident which happened. That one happened in 2023, the little boy. And then just last year, there was a woman named Brashari Faulkner, who was violently arrested, pulled out of her car, tased, thrown on the ground, and arrested for whether or not she was allowed to be in a handicap parking spot. Like, again, absolute needless violent escalation. And that actually occurred in the same Walmart.
Damn.
Yes.
No, yeah.
So this is not new for this town. This seems that there is some bad blood when it comes to the cops and the black population of this town. Sure all these instances have been with black people, even though the majority of people in this town are white.
Yeah. And it's all centering a Walmart, not all, but like this Walmart where, of course, you know, that's where people go. That's where people shop, especially like low income, impoverished people. So like just having a policy of like, we're going to call the cops on you, knowing that they're going to murder your ass is just knowing that stuff like this potentially will happen. It's just like crazy. Their policy is, even if a baby is in a car, you shoot.
Literally coming in guns blazing.
It's like fucking who the fuck? Their police chief like Netanyahu, police chief Netanyahu in this. I don't even fucking.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna finish this up. Members of Kohen Wiley's family have denied that any shoplifting took place. WREG reported that before the shooting, a witness saw two women exit the store, one carrying a single box of diapers and one carrying the infant child. Family told WREG that Cohen's mother was riding in the passenger seat, holding the child when the officers shot him, and that the woman who was driving was in critical condition. Another witness told the news station that she saw the car driving away with police officers chasing after it on foot just before hearing gunshots. At present, no arrests have been announced in the incident. It's like they're so mad that they were about to get away that they were like, "No, you're not about to. We're gonna kill you." Yeah, it's just and it's like,
and even if again, I would bet that it was not the case that she was trying to run them over. That just literally makes no sense. It just makes no sense that she would do that.
I saw where the bullet was, like the bullet entry into the passenger side window was like directly into the passenger side window. It's like you can't be in front of a car if you're able to shoot, unless this nigga was like reaching around.
Oh, okay.
Like reaching around.
Yeah,
like
I didn't
this.
see the angle. So there you go. Similar to Renee Good, you were able to look at the angle of the windshield and conclude that he was not directly in front of the car.
Right.
But yeah, my point was to say though, even if she did attempt to run them over, but now they're chasing behind them. If you're chasing behind them and you're just going to start shooting, that is an officer acting out of ego, out of vengeance, not of doing the job of keeping the peace and upholding the law.
Yeah, and it's like so obvious. It's just proof that they're not aiming and they're just shooting wildly, because if you saw, like, what are you going to say? Like, okay, I aimed my gun and I saw the target and I knew the target was a baby and I shot, or I was just shooting wildly. I didn't know a baby was there. Like, which one?
Yeah.
Like,
but they seem to acknowledge they knew the baby was in there.
But I'm saying, I know that they acknowledge that, but I'm saying even the officer who shot, was he just wildly shooting? Was he targeting the driver? Yeah. Was he like,
it makes no
accuracy?
Sense.
Like, I have eyes on the target. Or was he like, either he knew what he was doing and he saw a baby and he shot because he was like, I can take this shot, or he was just wildly shooting. Neither case scenario.
There's just no scenario where this would make sense, and you just cannot take the race factor out of here. Yeah. Like, you cannot. Story after story we see every week of cops literally not acting like Black lives matter to them. I mean, like, you're just unloading at a car over a diaper. We've
never seen like cops text leak and they be like, "I just love Black disabled queer kids." That's
true.
I mean, it's always literally, they're Kamala, that fucking Indian. Like, yeah, it's always like the most radicalized, racialized shit that's like possibly can be put on words, put in the notes app, and they're just like, oh well, No one. It seems to be a same. It's not seems to be. It is the same fucking racist trend.
Yeah.
But let's go to the updates because you want to speak of racism. Members of the community gathered at Senatoba City Hall at 5 p.m. on Tuesday to call for accountability for Kohen Wiley's killing. At 6 p.m., Mississippi Department of Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tyndall vowed a transparent investigation outside the Tate County Courthouse, even as protesters heckled him and demanded more action and information. On Tuesday evening, Action News 5 reported that law enforcement officers tear-gassed protesters who gathered outside the Walmart, where an officer shot and killed Kohen Wiley. Later Tuesday, the city of Senatoba placed the unnamed officer on administrative leave. Yeah,
I mean, that tells you a lot right there. Cops just being like, these assholes think they have a right to gather at a Walmart.
So what? We shot a baby. So what? We shot a 1-year-old baby.
Just because we shot one baby?
So what? It was 1-year-old. It's a 1-year-old baby. It's like,
can we shoot them? No, you can't. All right, we'll tear gas them then.
All right. So why is everybody mad?
Yeah.
Why are y'all mad? What? Okay. We shot a 1-year-old baby. Can we stop?
Yeah.
It feels comical to even defend yourself. You ever do some stupid shit? You're just like, I probably shouldn't even speak. There's nothing for me to say.
Truly, there's no shame. No shame whatsoever.
But, well, that being said, R.I.P. Kohen Wiley.
Yeah.
And
terrible fucking story. I mean, it's unbelievable.
But speaking of terrible stories, the nightmare doesn't continue, folks. Let's go to San Antonio.
Yeah, this is also a terrible story. We are going to San Antonio, reading here from Yahoo News. So this has been an ongoing saga, and here's the latest update to it. Fired officer who allegedly fed homeless man a feces sandwich is now running a Texas police department.
Now, before we judge...
Yeah,
we don't know how good the feces sandwich was.
Yeah, and feces sandwich is not like a euphemism for like a Big Mac or something. It's not. They're not talking shit. It's literally a feces sandwich. And I remember. I think it was like before the podcast, before I was even doing the cop roundup videos on social media. I just remember like. I don't remember if it was for Redacted or what it was, where I came across this story, and it's just one of those stories you'll never forget. And
there's a nigga out there doing crimes against humanity, like genuine, the darkest thing, just like saw setups. Like, you want to play a game?
It is like
the only way you can. The key is in the sandwich. Is in the shit sandwich. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lick this shit ice cream.
The producers will look at that script for Saw 12 and be like, all right, we're not doing this. There's got to be a line somewhere.
What is wrong with you? Anybody with a scat fetish, I'm already like, come on, bro.
Yes. Because
come on, bro.
He does. So unfortunately, I know a little bit more about this guy than most. There's more information you don't want to know. I'm sure you're not imagining like, I bet it's something nice he knows about the poop sandwich guy. But no. So this happened in 2016, the original incident, and it's that he took a piece of shit, I'm assuming dog shit, put it in between two pieces of bread, put it on a plate, gave it to a homeless guy who was sleeping, like put it next to him.
That's like a Jackass fucking sketch.
Yes. I mean, it's worse.
Yeah, 10 times worse.
Because they're doing it to a...
Yeah. It's like Jackass if it was like on RedTube.
Sure. But he... this has been going on since 2016, right? He did that. He got like investigated for it. And then he got investigated for another thing, which was... something involving going into a woman's restroom and smearing shit all over the place. So when you say scat fetish, Ashton, you actually weren't making a joke there. You were actually providing more useful information for the story. Oh, you thought you were being funny? False. Wrong. You were actually being boring and factual.
He's already one-upped you, bitch.
Yeah. He already thought of that. Any joke you got, too bad, not a joke.
You thought comedy is just exaggerating reality? Well, he already exaggerated.
how do you exaggerate that which cannot be exaggerated?
He already took it there. Damn.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then okay, so I wrote it down. Let's see, because I want to get it right. Okay.
Joffer investigated deep on this shit.
I did. This has been going for a
I don't
long
want to drink
time.
my mocha latte no more.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let me read from this article first, and then I'll break down the timeline of this guy. Because remember, the headline here is that he is now a police chief. This guy,
the shit sandwich guy.
Okay, beyond the grossness of this, which is obviously the headline. I mean, it's fucking disgusting. But his job as a police officer is supposed to be to protect the community, to serve, especially those who need to be served the most.
Yeah.
And you could easily say that is the unhoused population. But this, and the cop may be unique in that he's doing stuff with poop.
You were
but
absolutely wrong.
You
say that's like the expectation, but the reality is
yes. But we are constantly doing stories about cops' disdain for the unhoused. And so now this man is a chief. The man, like you said, a crime against humanity, such a low opinion. It's beyond a low opinion. It's psychotic. It's not. It's one thing to step over a homeless person who needs your help, but to
feed them shit is like some fucking American Psycho.
It is
1,000.
It is
on 11 billion per jillion. Feeding anyone, there's no group of people. Just the act of one person to another, you feed them a shit is an act of pure, you've stepped over to the other side, brother.
And now he's police chief. It's so funny. It's not funny, but it's we will in this podcast, we just now covered a story where we end by saying, hopefully there will be some sort of justice or accountability. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And then we go to this story with this cop is rewarded police chief.
This is a nerdy ass reference, but it is literally it just is. If you know Star Wars lore, Emperor Palpatine was a senator. He was on the front facing, he was this good, noble senator, but in the background, he was Emperor Palpatine. This is if they let him become a senator, knowing he was Emperor Palpatine.
This would be like everyone being like, "Hey, I think I'm going to vote for Jeffrey Epstein in this coming gubernatorial election."
Oh, okay. So your name is Jeffrey Dahmer? You eat black people? Listen, I don't see why that's disqualifying.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand why that's necessarily, it's going to stop you from getting
I don't see why everyone's got to have all the pitchforks in their hands right now. But anyway, let me get to this article. A story that first made headlines nearly a decade ago has taken a new turn, and not a quieter one. A former San Antonio police officer whose career became the subject of two highly publicized misconduct investigations involving fecal matter has been appointed police chief of a small South Texas city. The appointment is drawing renewed scrutiny from the public and press alike, and the department's response has done little to cool things down. Matthew Luckhurst officially began serving as Benavides police chief on June 1st, according to Texas Commission on Law Enforcement records reviewed by KSAT. The city of Benavides sits roughly 150 miles south of San Antonio and has a population of around 1,100 people. It is, by any measure, a small town. Yet, small towns can generate very large headlines. Luckhurst was approved for the promotion during an April 30 city council meeting and will be paid $28 an hour, according to council records reviewed by That's police chief pay?
Is that a lot?
Fuck. No, I mean, it's 28 bucks an hour. First of all, I assume you're getting a salary if you're the fucking chief of police.
Per hour, nigga? You still hourly, nigga?
Yeah, dude, this fool's clocking in, clocking out.
No wonder he make it be mad as hell. Maybe shit sandwiches is all he can afford.
When reporters from the situation... from the station, reached out to confirm the details. The Benavides city secretary reportedly hung up on journalists multiple times rather than provide what is considered basic public information. That response, or lack of one, has only added fuel to an already lit fire. It's crazy to me that not only is he like, okay, you're not going to jail for being a psycho, but you're refusing to even be fired, and you're like, I get my job back, and on top of all that, he's like, and I don't even want to fucking move that far to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I want a job right here. I'm from San Antonio. I want a job right here in San Antonio.
You guys hold me accountable. Y'all are gonna start eating knuckle sandwiches.
I would love a knuckle sandwich from this guy, dude. That'd be the best sandwich he's ever served.
No, you gotta understand. You don't know how. What if his shit sandwiches were really good, like Mom used to make them? No, this is so insane.
So I got here an outline of the timeline. So in 2016, he first had the two internal investigations, where he was let go because of the poop stuff. But then, not funny. But then in 2019, he returns to the same police force after winning an appeal. So more internal, they were like, you know what?
After we looked at
thinking about it,
eat the shit sandwich ain't that.
We should actually give him a raise.
Hey, never mind. I was about to do my wife's joke. Stop myself. I was in the character of a dickhead who would do it.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't even want to do it my wife.
Sure, yeah. Even with the layers, it's not worth it. There's not an amount of layers that would get Ashton to make that joke.
Even in character, I don't even associate with him. My wife's a bitch.
Exactly. But then the appeal was overruled. So then he went from poop to fired to back, and then 2020 fired again. But then in 2022, so this I remember. This is when I first came across this story. Was when he was hired by a different town, a town called Floresville. But they immediately made a big hubbub of this. Like, the town immediately was like, whoa, hell nah. We do not want this guy policing our streets. And then the police department listened and was like, all right, we're firing.
That's fair.
All right. We thought you wouldn't care.
Why?
We didn't care.
He feeds homeless people shit.
Yeah.
Okay, you're making
At least he's feeding the homeless.
Yeah.
Have you fed a homeless person today? I didn't think so. So then that was very short-lived. But then in 2023, he was hired by Benavides Police Department, and just 3 years later, a meteoric rise to the top. Police chief. Yeah. That's really the best cop y'all got, is the fucking poop guy.
Imagine the people who lost out to the role.
God, that's the real victims, dude. I literally can't even imagine how mad I'd
be. What are your qualifications? I don't feed people shit sandwiches.
Yeah, I don't rub shit all over the place.
I don't sneak into women's bathrooms. And defecate. Use feces as paint.
Yeah. When we talk about having national standards for police officers, here's a good place to start right here. I mean, what are we doing, folks? This is insane.
Yeah.
So, again, not only hired in South Texas, police chief, running the department, setting all the rules, installing cameras in all the bathrooms, doing weird police chief shit. You know, we've talked a lot about how police chiefs get real weird with all their power. Like, good God, this department's about to be tortured by this fucking guy.
Nobody flush.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
We collect all fecal matter in this.
Yeah.
Why is there aluminum? Never mind. I'm thinking the grossest fucking. This is a nasty ass nigga, dog.
Yeah.
I don't want no freak as my police chief. I can't have a freaky ass boss, bro.
Yeah.
Just a nigga shit. As soon as I know you're in the fecal shit, you have to leave town.
Yeah.
You have to leave town.
Yeah.
Fecal matter, fuck the police chief. You can't be my neighbor, bro.
Yeah.
I can't live next to a nigga who I know, you know.
We're shaming that kink on this podcast.
Yeah,
we're sorry. We're shaming that kink. Oh, your beautiful, loving relationship, healthy relationship in every single way with your wife, behind closed private doors. You like to do some poop stuff? Wrong.
Nope.
Not okay.
If you playing mud,
it's bad.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah. Go to fucking therapy. Figure that shit out because that's wrong. That's a sin.
Oh. This podcast is supposed to be listened to for people who are on the toilet who flush. Okay. Regular folks.
Yeah.
Who when they wipe.
You don't look down, you're like, ooh, I have an idea. I know what I can do with this.
Let me save that.
Save for later. Yeah, fuck y'all.
Yeah, okay, dude. But that's disgusting.
Yeah, we got one more story for y'all.
Oh,
we
this is
end this gross episode.
This is not as gross. This is a fun one.
Yeah,
this is a fun one. We're going across the pond.
No, we're not.
Oh shit!
What the fuck? Why did you say that? You think we're going to England? This podcast is not about England. We're going to fucking Columbus, Ohio, bro. That is not across any pond. That is a landlocked state. And not exotic in any way or British. This is probably the least British place in the world, Columbus, Ohio. Oh, because it says Dublin. Yeah, Dublin is a town. Is a town outside of Columbus, Ohio. But yeah, it's not. We're not going to Ireland.
So don't act like I'm fucking crazy.
It took me a second to realize. Yeah,
that's what I meant the whole time. Though it was I was just being like
you were making
being
a joke.
fun with it.
My bad.
I obviously knew this was in Ohio. No, I don't have.
Because it seemed like you didn't once I said my joke.
No.
Seemed like you did not know that.
No, all my thoughts aren't based on speak.
Yeah, Dublin, Ohio.
Every single one of my thoughts about this story is adjacent to it being.
Yeah.
But let's.
Were you with me when we did that show in Palestine, Texas?
No.
Damn. Because you would have been on the way like, guys, is it safe? Guys, is this Hamas run show? I don't know.
Are we taking the tunnels? Okay, well, guys, I really did think this was happening in London, but I'm still going to do my London jokes.
But Dublin, never mind.
Dublin's RoboCop.
Dublin. We don't got time. We don't got time. I know you got the same questions for Ashton as I do about Dublin and London and how they're somehow related, apparently.
Is Dublin in Ireland?
Dublin is a different city than London.
Oh, fuck.
In a different country.
You want to read this story?
No, you got this, bro. You got this. Off to a rough start. That's okay. That's what life's about. You can straighten your way, dude. I believe you.
No. The World Cup. This is why I'm not watching the World Cup.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know who to root for. I'm like, but ain't they the same thing? Why are they? Okay, this is obviously an American story. Dublin's RoboCop. Columbus, Ohio, via the Columbus Dispatch. Dublin ends police robot pilot after less than a year. Dublin's RoboCop has been sent off in early retirement. The Dublin Police Department retired its robot cop named Dubbot.
Oh, like Dublin. Dubbot.
Yeah, Dubbot. On May 12th, after less than a year patrolling a city parking garage, according to a Dublin police spokesperson. The city decided to end Dubbot's pilot program after it determined the robot wasn't meeting its operational needs. Dublin police spokesperson Robin Gray said it has since been returned to technology company Nightscope, its California-based creator. Dubbot, one of Nightscope's K5 autonomous security robots. What?
Yeah.
Autonomous. What kind of fucking sci-fi video game?
Yeah.
Autonomous. This is the K5 unit. Autonomous security robot.
Yeah.
Literally a RoboCop.
Can you imagine being temporarily unhoused? You know, you're in like some sort of tent encampment, and you're upset that you live in a society that doesn't help out people, doesn't use its resources as sort of charitably as it maybe could, and you're trying to get comfortable as you try to fall asleep on the ground yet another night, and a fucking robot cop comes up to you, paid for by the tax dollars.
Literal.
That money has not gone to food in your belly, a roof over your head. It's a fucking robot named Dubbot.
Yeah.
Not even a good fucking name.
No.
Could have spent some money on a better name.
Dubbot
rolls up on you.
Is it like Debrat?
Asks you if you're allowed to sleep here.
Are you? Where is your home? Move on. Move on, please.
This is an illegal encampment.
No. No. That shit is and how is it going to even prevent crime? Like,
yeah.
Did you see the picture of what it looked like?
Yeah.
It looks like who the fuck? Oh shit! It's the police Roomba. Scram!
Yeah,
Like,
it looks adorable.
It literally looks like the Jetsons made robot.
It does. Yeah.
I'm here to clean up crime. Like it literally looks fucking just like a vending machine with wheels with like lights and shit. But I continue the story. The robot was meant to prevent crime, support police. The robot was meant to prevent crime, support police operations, enhance the city's emergency response, and provide additional support in high-traffic public spaces. Gray said Dubot cost the city $67,548. Nigga.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
You guys got to see it. It literally is a Roomba. I'm not even kidding. It just moves around a police garage.
Yeah.
And its patrols did not lead to any arrest, criminal cases, or tickets, according to Gray.
Really?
According to Gray.
Are we shocked by that?
Man,
are we shocked that RoboCop didn't get promoted to police
have
chief?
You seen how people in LA treat those like those Robo Uber Eats?
Yeah.
Niggas be tipping them. Get your goofy ass RoboCop off of me.
Yeah.
I put my nuts on the RoboCop. The city originally planned to pay Nightscope $238,440 to deploy 2 police robots in Dublin for 2 years, according to the city's agreement with the company. The second robot, intended for Riverside Crossing Park, was never deployed because Nightscope needed more time to develop it. They were like, we got to figure out more features to finesse these niggas with, because it's just, we got to come up with something right now. Like, what do you mean more time to develop it? It's just a camera.
Yeah.
It's just a giant motorized camera that's like can move. But also drones cost less. Like drones literally cost less. They were getting finessed for $238,000.
I mean, it's a dream gig, right? If your customer is
Stupid.
the police with unlimited taxpayer dollars, the only thing that's a better gig is if you're a defense industry and your customer is the federal government. But either way, you could just sell fucking horseshit nonsense and take in all this money. And it just, again, it really highlights the absurdity of our approach to fixing our society in the U.S. Like, so many studies show how much it would help to just give homeless people homes, to deal with the problems at their root, rather than spend $200,000 on a fucking robot miniature police officer to fix the problems of society.
Yeah. It does. It is, but that's just like I don't know. That's the math. That's how it operates. That's like of course they're not going to use that money on poor people, and like there's a war on homeless people. It's just like a straight up war. The same way like the guy fed the fucking guy the homeless people a feces sandwich. It's like that guy gets promoted. Yeah, they're not gonna fucking use that money and be like, well, I wonder if we could build a rehab facility with this money and like maybe help people. No, that's fucking hippie. But yes, Dublin spent $128,000 in the first year of the agreement, but expects to receive a reimbursement from Nightscope for $60,000, bringing the cost of the city down to $67,000.
Cost to the city down.
Bringing the cost of the city down to $67,000, according to Gray. Yeah.
Well, at least we get one victory in this constant string of L's we're taking against AI and robots.
I really wanted this robot to be British.
I'm sorry that.
And yeah, I know
there's a town in Ohio called Dublin.
And it's not even.
Which is not in England.
Folks, that's the podcast. I'm going to go and consult a map.
Hopefully we don't have any Irish listeners. I mean, they would be very angry that you thought Dublin was London. I don't know. I don't really understand fully what you thought.
sometimes in comedy we move quick.
Yeah.
And we had to.
Sometimes comedy's so hard, you lose
Lose
track.
track
You
of-
enter this flow state, or maybe people could call it an anti-flow state.
You know, the best
kind of
part
flowing
about-
in the wrong direction.
I'm just feeling, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just feeling. I just felt like it was London, but it was Dublin, which is another city.
And that's a feeling. Yeah.
But look, white people, what you want me to say? It's all the same, right?
Sure.
Dublin.
You need to get those apologies, Dublin, right? Not just one. We need 2 from you.
I'm
There we go.
not apologizing to the British.
Yeah.
Sorry, Irish. Sorry. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm sorry, guys. Well, guys,
That's
Do
it.
I feel stupid? Yes.
That's it.
You know how we restart the podcast?
You should just run it back.
You know how, like
We could do
restart the
this one. I feel like we needed a do-over for this one.
Can we restart from the top?
No.
No, let us.
Join us on our Patreon, folks.
Bye.